Heat number one is on for the Quiksilver Pro France. Jordy Smith already getting started on his backhand, picking off a running left and stomping the closeout section shut on that solid backhand attack. Almost got a piece of that frothy little reform, but Jordy trying to get a quick score on the board against Coffin and Matt Wilkinson.
Otherwise, you kind of get stuck in that paddle situation where all you're doing is paddling to try and maintain your position. So Jordy Smith opening up very quickly here, looking for the little reform over that section. Didn't quite find it. 4.67 on that occasion, and then backed it up with just a small score of 2.83. So Jordy Smith, I like that quick start.
Place an elimination spot. Top two move on to the quarterfinals. Joe Trappell and Martin Potter for the call. The 89 world champ watching Jordy just fill in the gaps well on this inside runner. Two quick scores will be heading his way. He'll get a little bit hung up on that final turn. I'm kind of enjoying Jordy's strategy. Just don't sit for too long. Get a couple of scores on paper and wait for Wilco and Connor to answer back.
Started in here on the left, but that current has sucked them straight out the back, so they're both been battling hard out the back. And you can see Jordy, he's in a rhythm. He's got this inside corner all to himself. If he can get out in front of these little wedges, he can put some points on the board. And you can see out the back, the surfers are trying to get back down into position, but it is tough out here. Go up and riding.
Thank you, Strider. Matty Wilkinson winding up. Layback jam incomplete on his start. So the challenge of just staying in the right place at the right time looks tough at the moment.
You heard Tom play the drums too. I mean, he's amazing on the drums. Kelly Slater, well, here we go.
Deep pit for Coffin and enough room to time the end section.
Going to better his 2.83. Coffin on the other side of the bank goes in for that really sort of mid-face float maneuver, but beautiful tube right here from Connor. You can see him pumping, grabs the rail, squares up the shoulders, and really gets nice and barreled on that occasion. And look at this, trying to get that 2-for-1 combo. I love position on a different part of the bank. Jordy Smith, though, still hanging in on this left-hand rip bank. He's going to try and post some big scores of 4.67 so far, the pick of the bunch. And this wave kind of not really giving him too much love, is it? He brings it through the inside and kicks on out.
Semi-final of 2018, and great to see that come true. We know how close she got to a semi-final at Jay Bray when she lost in a tie-break decision to Stephanie Gilmore. Back to Wilco here. His backhand in motion. Best score so far for Matty Wilkinson, getting some completions there.
Going to better his situation. Matty Wilco as well. Big tail drift on that last maneuver. Two-turn combo, his best score.
Waiting for the barrel score for Coffin. Jordy's up again. Surfer from Durban, South Africa, belting the first section. Quick wipe off that lip section and just frames it up over the top of the closeout. He likes it. Three-turn combination for Jordy. 6.0 for Connor. Jordy on this wave trying to better a 3.6.
Now, I love that little stall at the beginning of the wave there, just regrouping and getting himself in the right position, finding the right flow.
I think it's too soon to tell. I think we're right in the middle of the tide change. You see Jordy paddling into one now. See what happens on this one. He's up and out of that thing. So, you know, there's definitely a strange atmosphere out here.
Smith loving these lefts. He'll just have one big section to snap through. Low road climb just in case he can get some clear water here. He deserves it. Just getting out in front, but just an awkward look at that wall. He got around the corner. There's really nothing left for him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Some waves are just not meant to be ridden, Joe, and Jordy Smith doing his best right there to try and improve on a 4.67.
As priority at the moment, last score is best of 5.23 on his backhand. Connor taking a look at the right. And not much on offer, so he's out. 17:45 to go. Already felt the turning point was when he had a wild card opportunity at Jeffreys Bay and made the semifinals. At a really young age. Bomb setting up for Coffin. Big cavern. The California comes down. This time with a little layback finishing carve. Two barrels. You've got to be feeling amazed.
Look at this wave. A lot bigger. Drives through that section. Beautiful backdoor style wave. And then just a little bit of a cut back there. So That's going to be a good score to back up that 6.0. Wasn't a super long barrel. It was a lot taller as far as the wave height goes. So that's going to come into play.
Point on the back end. Now he checks out a right. Wilco in motion. Big off the top hook. It's already slowing down on him. But he's got the intent to try to force the inside corner. Not much left there once he got there. One turn off the back. That'll go into his top 2 for the time being.
And this is the replay from Matty. Comes around the section, jams it. There's that trademark backhand top turn. Once he gets that thing going, Joe, he looks dangerous, doesn't he?
It's so incredible. It's so unique. You can see Wilco surfing in the dark just by his silhouette. You can tell it's him.
Yeah.
That bottom turn's incredible, showing the fins off. Vertical with a slide. So power and progression.
Not an easy thing to do.
Drawing that little carve down the open face, dropping the back shoulders, Jordy Smith. Hugging the lefts to start, now checking out this right. Pushes the fins in front of him on the carve and finds an end section to hack through. Jordy got stuck in the round 3 last year.
Really difficult to mix it up on your backhand and to show that variety. Matty Wilco's got that. Jordy Smith, he's the king of variety. Every turn different from Smith. Comes through the inside, gives it another little bit of a slash and finishes strong. I love that speed that he got out of that last section.
In the conditions, and he's actually surfing them in his hand since he's not allowed to catch waves. And you can actually get real live condition reports because Surfline's a big part of the game as well. As we go into real action here with Matt Wilkinson, there's that amazing transition. Going vertical hack to snap down the line over the whitewater as well. He's non-stop. Once that pendulum motion starts going, it's hard to slow him down. Into the gutter there, he'll step off, looking for a 5.98 to move into the top 2. Have another look.
Let's have a look at it. Once he gets going, he is unstoppable. Let me tell you. Watch this here. Okay, bang 1. Number 2. Straight into number 3. How about number 4? I mean, once he gets that pendulum motion going.
It's not the highest seed in that next seed. It'll be William Cardoso, who's fighting for a spot back into the top 10. Into the pit, though, with Matt Wilkinson, as we find him out the back. Chips the fins out real quick on that inside left, and he'll just work this thing through to get a lift out the back again. Wave before came into the system, 5.57. Still hanging on to that 3rd place position, needing a 5.64 on that wave to get into the top 2.
That's what you got to do. You got to kind of just focus on getting as many waves as you can, and just maybe feel like you need a wave at all times. Beautiful in and out there from Matty Wilco. I love the way he got into that barrel, Joe. Kind of just almost dragged and slid right down into it. Beautiful technique there from Matty Wilco, using both his hands to slow himself down, get as much time in the barrel as possible. Let's manufacture it, I think, is more what they were thinking. Where, here we go, we'll get back to that.
Connor with a big wall out front. Nice top turn speed jam into the closeout. His top 2 will stay the same. Had the 5.57 for the backside snaps that kept him in 3rd as well. So we see Connor's just speed jam under the hood.
Yeah, beautiful turn there. That's kind of his trademark, isn't it? Just that big open face, gouging, driving maneuver. I love that kind of surfing.
He smashed that thing to smithereens. It still looks
alive.
good, though.
It's still alive, isn't it?
Somewhere.
It's still breathing, and if it's still breathing, you get that thing going, man. He looked unstoppable on that board.
10 seconds to go. Pressure on Wilco. We'll see Jordy Smith take this wave. Power hack in the closeout section. Those are the turns that Smith is famous for, giving us one of his best hacks right at the buzzer, just to seal the deal. Connor Coffin and Jordy Smith moving on to the quarterfinals here at the Quiksilver Pro France. Jordy, the top seed in that matchup, hoping to move into the top 5 picture, and Connor kept it pretty simple and clear. Just wanted to get barreled in that heat. 2 quick barrels, got himself the win, as he'll be surfing again potentially even later on today.